Hey guys, what's up? It's Jay here, back with my NFL predictions. First and foremost, Happy New Year to all my subscribers and everyone who's watched my past videos. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. So, to recap week 16, I got 11 out of 16 predictions correct. Now, on to week 17, the 16th game for all teams. Number 1, Los Angeles Rams at Baltimore, and I am picking the Rams winning 33 to 23. Well, the Ravens had the number 1 seed when they were 8 and 3, now they're 8 and 7, and it's all because of injuries that have cost this 4-game losing streak. So, and those 2-point conversions in 2 of the games. So, the Rams expect them to get the better of this matchup. Sadly, there's no Marcus Peters playing, so he won't get his part of the revenge. But will honestly say Los Angeles just wins. They're just going to win it. Nothing more can be said. Number 2, Kansas City at Cincinnati. And I am picking the Bengals winning 41 to 34. Now, why am I saying the Bengals? Reason being, I think the Bengals offense was just super dominant last week, and I expect them to do the same thing against a great team, against Kansas City, and perhaps knock them out of the number 1 seed campaign. So, I think Cincinnati is going to put on a show, a circus, and you can expect a lot of Joe Mixon running, and a lot of Joe Burrow pass plays to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Bengals going heavy on the run and the pass, but I would be surprised to see if Kansas City just dominates the game, because Cincinnati's been playing very well, and I'm picking them. Number 3, Philadelphia at Washington, and I am picking the Eagles winning 28 to 19. Yeah, Washington, they just not being themselves. 3-game losing streak, and they got divisional opponents for Washington, so I think Philadelphia is going to get this win. Reason being, just Washington has just struggled so much, especially against Dallas, getting blown out in embarrassment. Number 4, Tampa Bay at New York Jets, and I am picking the Buccaneers winning 42 to 13. Now, yeah, it's going to be a dominant game. Tom Brady's a major shareholder of the Jets as well, so I wouldn't expect a lot to come out of this, but other than Tom Brady winning. So it's just going to be all the Buccaneers dominating in all sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams. So yeah, nothing more can be said about it. Number 5, Miami at Tennessee, and I am picking the Titans winning in overtime 30 to 24. Now this may be a special homecoming for Ryan Tannehill, who used to be the starting quarterback for the Dolphins, but the Dolphins are coming to Tennessee. And I expect Ryan Tannehill to defeat his old team, and maybe A.J. Brown went off a lot against the Niners, and I expect him to go off again. So I expect Tennessee to win, to stop Miami's 7-game winning streak. So yeah, I'm going on the Titans, and they've been doing a great job, especially without Derrick Henry. So I expect them to win this out, and assuming Kansas City loses, they'll be the number 1 seed. Number 6, Jacksonville at New England, and I am picking the Patriots winning 36 to 10. Nothing more can be said. New England is dominant on defense and perhaps offense, and Jacksonville has just been a total embarrassment, especially with their head coach. Well, they got an interim. They fired Urban Meyer. Number 7, Las Vegas at Indianapolis, and I am picking the Colts winning 30 to 20. Okay, Jonathan Taylor is an absolute beast. He should be MVP. And while the Raiders have been strong against the run defense these past 2 games, I expect Indianapolis to just expose Vegas's run defense, like meaning Jonathan Taylor will just run right into the end zone. Nothing more can be said about this match, and Indianapolis is going to win it, regardless if Carson Wentz is the starting quarterback or not in this game. Number 8, New York Giants at Chicago. and I am picking the Bears winning 23-13. Nothing more can be said about Chicago. They just had a clutch of a victory in Seattle, all thanks to a 2-point conversion. And I feel Chicago's defense is a bit better than New York Giants, so I expect them to win this game. And maybe Justin Fields gets healthy, I suppose. And maybe the Bears will just try to win it out the next few games, or 2 games remaining. Number 9, Atlanta at Buffalo, and I am picking the Bills winning 33-17. Nothing more can be said, as always. Buffalo will dominate the game. Atlanta, they've been a bit inconsistent. Surprised that they beat the Dolphins this season, though, but the Falcons will not beat the Bills. The Bills will win, and they perhaps will win the division. There's more to come in Buffalo's division, but I expect Buffalo to just crush Atlanta to the ground. Number 10, Houston at San Francisco, and I am picking the 49ers winning 35-21. So, San Francisco is in the midst of a playoff hunt and perhaps securing the number 6 seed, I hear. So, I expect San Francisco to do what they've always been doing, with Deebo Samuel as the running back and the wide receiver, and Jimmy Garoppolo hopefully not throwing interceptions, and perhaps get a little bit of the run game, and the defense should stock up on some sacks and interceptions and tackles for loss. I think San Francisco is going to put a lot of pressure on Davis Mills, and maybe they'll close out the victory and perhaps a winning season. Go 9-7. Number 11, Denver at Los Angeles Chargers, and I am picking the Chargers winning in overtime, 23-20. Now, Denver, to be honest, they've been embarrassing. Just a fake contender other than beating Dallas. But I think Los Angeles perhaps should try to inch its way back in the playoffs, reclaim that spot perhaps, and sooner or later they will perhaps be a major playoff contender. But I was completely surprised that they got embarrassed by a Texans team that's already being eliminated. So maybe Los Angeles will get back their groove, win this, and try to sneak into the playoffs. Number 12, Carolina at New Orleans, and I am picking the Saints winning 28-14. Now, nothing more can be said. Cam Newton's just been a total embarrassment since his return, and perhaps the Saints defense and perhaps Ian Book will try to close out a victory, or perhaps whoever the starting quarterback is. Hopefully, it's someone good like Taysom Hill or Trevor Siemian. Hopefully, one of them can close it out. And perhaps New Orleans will try to inch its way back in the playoffs, but very small chance of doing so. We'll see what happens. Number 13, Arizona at Dallas. And I am picking the Cowboys winning 35-23. Alright, Arizona, you've just been a complete embarrassment these past 3 games, and really, I think Dallas deserves the victory. I understand DeAndre Hopkins is out, but you can't make any excuses on that. And Arizona has just not found their momentum, especially losing to the Rams, then you lose to the Lions, then you lose to the Colts. Those are all good teams except for the Lions, but Dallas is another good team, and they'll just destroy you like they did to Washington the week ago. So, nothing more can be said about Dallas. They've just been balling out. Number 14, Detroit at Seattle, and I'm picking the Seahawks winning 30-13. Now, both teams are eliminated, but Seattle's the better one. And plus, Russell Wilson, I'm just embarrassed to see him have a losing record, first time in his career. But I think Seattle will close it out, perhaps finish strong. Number 15, Minnesota at Green Bay, and I am picking the Packers winning 33-24. I think Green Bay will just dominate Minnesota this time and get their revenge back, but perhaps they'll also get the number 1 seed, Green Bay. So I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Minnesota. Nothing more can be said as always, and Green Bay will close it out to finish strong. Number 16, Cleveland at Pittsburgh. And I am picking the Steelers winning 27-23. Yes, this may be Ben Roethlisberger's last game in Pittsburgh, and I'm sure he will finish it strong. On the other hand, Baker Mayfield was just a total clown in Green Bay, throwing 4 interceptions. Nick Chubb cannot do the work. You gotta also do your work and make more completions instead of interceptions. Now, I think Pittsburgh will close it out. Hopefully, it will be a happy ending to Ben Roethlisberger and perhaps what would be his final home game. So, yep, basically, that's it for Week 17. I hope you found my predictions interesting, and I will be back for Week 18 next week. Other than that, I hope your Happy New Year's was great. Mine was good, and I will be back, like I said. Alright, goodbye. Have a great week watching football.